Greetings, everybody. Prime Wendigo Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 37 of Wendigos, which originally streamed live on Twitch. A little reminder of what we were doing. We took on some quests. We took on the Selling the Breakers quest accidentally, which is all the slave collars. And then we've been chasing down the information about the Fleshcaller. We have added recently Ash to our community, who's in truly a terrible mood, and hopefully Komodo. We also managed to bury Glitch's mother-in-law. One of the ways that I can make Glitch gain psychcast a little bit more quickly is to have our sarcophagi. The focus strength for sarcophagus is better than the focus strength for graves. And then putting humans in the graves rather than animals. I'll make that change as well. So our current focus, let me update this, is to hack the space drone. We're going to want to get the Fleshcaller, which will be the legendary Eltex staff. That's going to be pretty important. We did also buy some high explosive shells and triple launchers and that kind of stuff. Explosives, so that last stream you voted it's okay for me to use mortars, despite the fact that autonomous turrets is forbidden. So that might be useful later on. We'll see. And we're picking up from here. So the first thing I want to do is just sort of manage the moods around the colony. Specifically Ash, who is recreation starved, and make sure that Ash doesn't have a mental breakdown. It also looks like I don't have any recent conquest. So that means that I'm going to need to go murder something or destroy someone. Perhaps the bandit camp, or maybe a hunting site if one gets started, because we haven't done that in a little bit, and people are going to get complaining about that. There's some other things that we could do. We can kick off the conversion ritual for Komodo. That was one of the things that was outstanding from last stream. So I think recruiting Komodo and getting the Eltex staff, the Fleshcaller, is going to be very important. Kiev, thanks for the resub. Baffled Rascal for the resub. Glitch for bits twice over. And Harbarbus, thank you for the gifted subs. What a way to start. You've earned the pink light. The pink light of approval. Oh, last really important thing we did last stream was the Bionic stable, the Prosthetics stable. So this is going to be instrumental in healing, fixing, repairing, etc. The people that have fallen ill. So I think first things first is to address some of these leg scars. So 2 bionic legs I am going to queue up. Now if we take a look at the requirements here, it is 45 plasteel, which is a little steep, a simple prosthetics leg, and 5 components. So then to make bionic legs, we're also going to need to make simple prosthetics legs, and that will be twice over. And the ingredients for this is steel, components, and plasteel as well. The reason this is a little bit more complicated than in vanilla RimWorld is the EPOE, the advanced extended prosthetics and organ engineering mod that I have here, which changes the requirements for prosthetics and bionics. One of the things I don't yet have, which will be nice later on, is advanced bionics, which is increased versions of the normal bionics. But I'm not going to wait for me to unlock that, because that might be a long ways off. We're also researching advanced fabrication to allow for the construction of advanced components, which will aid us in becoming the bionic monsters that we are due to be. Tank Wait. Thank you for the sub. And Matt for the resub and bits. And Lolin as well. Thank you so very much, guys. Here, I'll put a little Yoda on. Heck, I'll even Yoda, you want a treat? So Moles, interestingly enough, is smithing. Okay, I'm gonna have her finish this prosthetic simple arm, but then I'm going to prevent her from smithing thereafter. Obviously, I'm gonna want Shredder to do it. He is extraordinarily fast at it. Chelsea, would you kindly watch? Thank you for gifting subs as well. And I'm joined now by my beautiful assistant, Tusk. Tusk, I don't have a lot of peanuts, unfortunately. I'm just about out. So, sadly, not a lot of puppy treats can be doled out this stream. But I'll give them extra belly rubs. So we have the prosthetics underway. Looks like Ash's mood has renormalized. And I think starting tomorrow morning, I will kick off the drone hack, as we are going to want to do that. Oh, one other thing I could do is with this caravan sticking around, it might be possible, I'm not going to say for sure, but it might be possible to sell some of the stuff that's on the sea ice to them if I throw it in a stockpile and pretend it was mine all along. So, Glitch, let's get trading like that. Oh, I queued a simple arm, not a simple leg. Yes, I did. All right, so the simple prosthetic arm will be made by moles. I'm sure I'll use that because people are missing fingers, and we'll chalk that up to me punching a window at the start of the stream. So the legs here are going to be made with Shredder, and then the simple prosthetic legs are going to be made with Shredder. And let's not continue to make those sort of simple mistakes. Clearly, coffee is required. Thanks for that, Cowley. And cheers. All right, so here we are. We have the packaged survival meals that I can now sell. It's in a stockpile. And what else do we want to sell to them? I think that's probably all that we added. The simple... Well, the shells we added as well. But the simple meals were out here, and now we don't have to haul them. So, a little helpful. Taking a look at the temperature, though. One of the things I could do is to call upon a trade caravan for bulk goods. And that's going to allow me to sell clothing and then possibly the other stuff that's out here. Maybe buy some stone if I'm lucky, but they don't seem to carry stone very often. That's just... Wait, where are you? Why are you unloading? Excuse me? They were trying to unload to this stockpile. I caught them before it became a problem. So the first focus is going to be trying to get the Fleshcaller, and I think another thing I want to do is the conversion ritual. So, at a 58% expected quality, that, if all goes well, will be an effective conversion. I wish it was higher. It will be higher when we have more participants. Clearly, I can't do any better for room impressiveness. We're getting the full 20% out of the 20%. And we're missing 8% due to the lack of participants, which would kick this up a little bit higher, up to 64%. Or 66, rather. And then the expectations for Komodo is really, really high because we are wealthy, I suppose. If we look at his needs, the high expectations is a result of colony wealth and the like. So there's no way to really help that other than to create a second colony where we would do the conversions, but I'm not doing that. One of the things I'm really excited about is we're back to the standard custom music. If you've liked the soundtrack of the Wendigos, one of the issues of having the Taco Bell drive-thru was the insects constantly wanted to trigger combat music, as they usually do. Insects and manhunters do that. And now, with Taco Bell drive-thru closed, let's call it, we don't have the constant onslaught of combat music coming at us, which allows me to have the normal soundtrack back. So lowering his will is rather pointless. That is only for slavery. We're not trying to enslave him. We're just trying to convert him. Resistance is the willingness or unwillingness to join, and then here is the belief in ideologies. So what we're trying to do is convert him from Supreme Legion to Wendigos, and then to recruit him. Oh no, don't be walking on my... So I need a door here. I clearly need a moisture pump to remove the moisture here and then put a door here, because all those animals just tracked in filth into the ritual room, which did not lower the impressiveness enough for it to matter, and it was ineffective. The quality was 58%, but it was ineffective anyway. So his certainty about his ideology has gone up. One of the ways to convert him a little bit more quickly is to give him really poor accommodations, which at the moment I don't really have the capacity to do. I don't have a room But what it could do, if I really wanted to give him poor accommodations, is to maybe make some sort of tiny little terrible room here, I guess, and that will help him convert more quickly. He might have a crisis of faith, and that would aid us. Because as soon as he converts and gets recruited, that means that you all, have a chance to win him in a raffle. Which would be interesting, or good, I guess. Yeah, walking in on our ritual, how rude. They should know better. At least they're leaving now. Well, except for Barbara, who just stole... Oh, a bunch of them just stole my carnivore lavish meals and then took off. The infraction is deep and unpleasant. So, I have a simple prosthetic arm somewhere in this mix, I think. I guess that moles... Yeah, here it is. No, that's the advanced bionic leg. Oh yeah, I did just buy that, didn't I? Let's only make one leg. Because the advanced bionic leg, we will immediately be able to give. And I'm going to be giving that... I think I already wanted to give it to Moles on her left. So, we'll set that up. Install advanced bionic leg left with... Oh, I don't really have good meds. I have Glitter World or Herbal, so it will be Glitter World. And then Mallet. Go carve up your sister. Would you please? And actually, Ash, I'm going to wake you up and have you clean up this room a little bit because it was filthy. I am going to game the surgery system so that I use fewer Glitter World meds. I want to operate with Glitter World meds, but anesthetize without. Another thing I'm noticing is people are tripping over these kneeling pillows, so I'm going to move them around a little bit so they're not pathing blockers. All right, so there we go, and... Oh, yeah, whatever. That's not what I meant to do. Operate. I don't know what Mallet's doing. There we go. And now we have a regular bionic leg, and this will be for Eli. Eli also needs an arm, so accidentally making that extra arm, the prosthetic arm, is not a problem. It's actually beneficial. So we'll get a bionic arm here as well. So this leg is going to go to the right leg of Eli. Eli famously was a ridiculously slow combatant due to his injuries. And now... Oh, fudge. That's not what I meant to do. Now... he'll be able to keep up with the rest of us. Sort of. No, leave this sort alone. Sticky, thanks for the resub. And Jibbob and Petrable, thanks for the bits. All right, Mallet, let's get this done. So it might be a little longer until I do the space drone hack, waiting for all of the anesthesia to wear off. I think understandably. But there we are. We're getting people back to where they should be. So this bionic arm may be waiting for more plasteel. No, I have plenty of plasteel. Toretto, what are you up to? You'll be doing it in just a moment. Perfect. I am excited. Having slower members of the community makes it a little bit more difficult to fight effectively. And then Komodo here is going to get moved. So as a little reminder, Komodo was a passionate brawler who is a cannibal and a tribal. So meets all the requirements for membership that we have. But needs to be converted from Supreme Legion to Wendigo first, so. Chicken and the egg. And a pet Tusk. I can't even see her. Tusky. Hi. She's hiding. I guess she's shy today. Okay, before Toretto even gets back up, I'm going to install this into his left arm. our left shoulder. And I'm going to have to use Glitter World Medicine because I'm basically out of herbal. Noted. I do have herbal planted. Sir Whistle, thanks for the resub as well. And howdy to you. So we're at a bit of a lack of meds, if I'm being honest, but we'll remedy that later. So for the meantime, what I'm going to do is I am not going to queue up any Bionics, waiting for the possibility of needing to replace like missing parts and things like that. Moles is still missing a nose. Toretto's missing a right middle finger, so maybe one more arm for Toretto. Having our primary crafter lack a finger is maybe not ideal. He'll be even faster. How did he lose his finger? It was shot off. Who shot that off again? I forget. But either way, we'll get that back for him. The Biosculptor would be another really good research to have. That would allow us to regrow parts, which seems even more Wendigo. But I think that in Moles' case, a missing nose isn't really something that we're going to much care about. Her disfigurement, I don't think, is an issue, really, for us at all. It does... Oddly, we care about it, and that's probably due to a lack of modding on my part, but... Bear Catapult, thanks for all the gifted subs as well. We'll just go right back to the pink cam. So, Eli is made whole and has a painkiller rib that is not really all that necessary, but being a brawler, I'm sure he'll take more damage than most. I do have a bulk constrictor coming in, which should be able to replenish my silver amount, because I only have 700 silver. But we do have a lot of dusters. We have 18 dusters, most of which can be sold. So I'm hoping to make my money back that way. And Eli is back on his feet. And we have the Bionic armor already. Wow, Toretto, you are fast. I guess now that everyone has anesthesia, we might as well have Toretto go down for surgery as well. One of the things... Oh no, this is lit. Okay. I was going to say one of the things I've been doing dangerously is I have an unlit operation area, but that's not true. It's lit. Just doesn't seem it. You're surprised that your bison hasn't been sold or butchered yet? Well, you're female, and females produce more things to sell and butcher. So at this point, functionally speaking, everybody is now whole. I don't have anyone with permanent debilitating injuries. Moles missing a nose is really not a problem for us. I could make her an artificial nose. What is the cost? 20 plasteel? I'll have you vote on it. What do you think? Should I make a nose for moles? One is yes. Two is a no. All right, there we go. Easy peasy. It's not very expensive, but we also don't really have plasteel as a renewable resource here on the sea ice. So, orders of priority. Once Toretto recovers from surgery, from all the anesthesia, we are going to get the Fleshcaller. Or at least we're going to get the last clue of the Fleshcaller. And then once we have that clue, I fully intend for Mallet to go steal it. So likely what I would do is throw a shield belt on Mallet and have Mallet go swipe the Fleshcaller as fast as he can. Possibly having shock lances on his person to be able to deal with any mechs that get in his way. So, that is one of the priorities. Ash. I'm going to have Ash, who's a new recruit, and she's going to use the cooking skill trainer to perhaps replace Raptor, or at least supplement Raptor, because Raptor is being pulled in multiple directions. Raptor is our constructor, and our cook, and a very capable shooter, and as such, she is overutilized at the moment. I actually forget how she lost her nose. I think it was a social fight. I wish it was searchable more easily. Like text searchable. Maybe she was headbutted by like a mechanoid. I forget. Who knows what the poll will say? Oh, punishment. I love it. Alright, so Shredder's still down for the count. Another outstanding thing that we might want to focus on is the Wendigoan Monument. The Wendigoan Monument, we had voted that it would be stone, and I don't have enough stone. It's 400 stone to do it. I only have 384. So if we wanted the Wendigoan Monument, the ideal thing to do would be to go to attack. Go assault some enemy camp, something like that. Or perhaps the bulk goods trader that I called in will have stone for us. Oh, you know what? I've already made the artificial nose because I'm an idiot. So we're going to just hide that. It was going to be yes anyway. But I'm not going to install it right now. I meant to queue it up and not do it. But I guess I'm asking for forgiveness, not permission today. And now Ash has a skill level of... Okay, so at this point, these meals here are going to be made with Ash. Actually, I don't even need to specify, because I think what I'm going to do is take... No, I do need to specify, because Eli still butchers. So Ash is going to take over everything. Butchering, cooking, etc. Maybe not as quite as talented as Mother Raptor, but talented enough that it will free Raptor up for other things, like murder. Murder, murder, and more murder. How have the pod drops been this run? If by pod drops you mean pod drop raiders, or do you mean pod drop supplies? Pod drop raiders haven't been that much of an issue, although they've been troll. Multiple times, pod drop people have landed directly on Glitch's head. Like, directly on his head. That has happened multiple times. And a few of those times he was alone in the base, which is, like, ridiculous, but this happens. So, as far as goals I foresee, the Fleshcaller is going to be first and foremost. I'm going to do that without voting. And then afterwards, there are a few other priorities that we could vote upon. So, there's the priority of raid. There's the priority of making a better crypt or tomb. The benefit of sarcophagus is higher and better than the benefit of graves. So, it would be better if I replaced all of the graves that I have in this tomb with sarcophagi, and then specifically with family members if it was possible. Glitch doesn't have any family members to put in at the moment, but, you know, that would be good. There's also some other priorities as well, like further technology or starting to clear this ice sheet of enemy factions. For pod drop supplies... I don't know. I haven't been particularly lucky or unlucky, sort of middle of the road. Sometimes I get wool, sometimes I get garbage. Bit of a mix. Alright, I think I'm ready to call in the space hack. So where's the shuttle? Ooh, down south. Okay, well. I'm going to send Glitch and then have everyone else come out soon after they're done working what they're working on, because the raids don't occur immediately. One thing I should have done is to keep a close eye on their needs. Here, Komodo is about to lose certainty in Supreme Legion, so that's not going to take very long. If Glitch is doing that, maybe Chiritter can help Warden. Oh, and Raptor just got a shoot frenzy, so that will be helpful in murdering these interlopers. Does clearing an area of enemy factions do anything? Functionally, no. Not unless you kill them all off, and if you kill them all off, you prevent them from being able to attack you in the future. You can actually destroy factions entirely, which might not actually be ideal, because all that does is it makes mechanoids have a disproportionately larger presence in raids instead. So, yeah, be warned. It's not just good. It's mixed. So the raids will start in 7 hours. It takes maybe 2 hours to run down there. So with maybe 3 hours left, I will head southbound. And we also have a bulk goods trader. I may want to trade with this bulk goods trader in the fear that they get hurt and leave. So I'll have Trader go out there, my other social skilled. We'll see about this. It's telling me that he's a bad negotiator. Let me double check that. Trader has 15, so glitch is better by 5% or so, 4% change, but no, this is fine. So we're primarily looking to recoup as much money as we can, because I nearly bankrupted myself purchasing all of those expensive things, and I've been manufacturing with Shredder, specifically dusters. So they only have 1,100. What I need to do is to purchase things that I might think are useful, which unfortunately, not much looks all that useful. They don't, they have components, but I don't really need components. They have they don't have blocks, but they have steel. I could purchase the steel, but I think I'd rather get the steel through raiding. So in this instance, I might not buy anything. I don't think there's much to buy. So I will sell a few of the dusters, and that is about it. Which is unfortunate. Trying to make the price out correctly. Yeah, there really isn't anything else. I don't want the flak, and there's a sandstone. Oh, you know what? Let's buy the slab bed. We could break that down and maybe get the 400 sandstone that we need for the monument. So that would be a good purchase. All right, close enough. I don't really care about a few silver here or there. And then I'm also going to gift... what are they at, 83? So let's gift up to 17. Which is going to be like the remainder of our dusters, just about. Really? I'm not going to offer gifts. We're good enough friends. Alright, so Trader, you haul the sandstone bed back. And we have 4 hours, so soon I'm going to rally everyone south and deal with the tribal incoming raids. And there we go, a hunting worksite. Perfect. That is exactly what I wanted, because we have this malice. We have this no recent conquest due to the fact that we have raiding meme. And we are upset that we haven't raided anytime soon because we've been doing other things. So that will remedy that perfectly. Human meat should not be rotting. That sounds wrong. Okay, so we're all rallying south. Komodo, oh, just went berserk. I'm gonna have Ash turn around and deal with that. With 0 construction skill, I'm going to suppress Komodo with probably the Shock Lance and hope that it does not Brain Scar, because I can't be bothered to deal with this at the moment. As far as I can tell, no Brain Scar. Why are you... Oh, because he's wounded. Okay, don't do that. This is for, let's say, slaves. Keep him in that little cell. And then I'm going to switch the shock lance out for one that has full charge. Because this is a 2-shot lance, and I'd rather have full charge on everybody. So, this has both charges. I'll try to remember that this only has 1 remaining charge. And Ash, come join us south. We've got 2 hours until the first raid. Raptor is just about half done with this. Or a glitch, rather. Not raptor. I don't think I'm going to use any psycast to bring in slag or chunks or anything for cover. I'm just going to cope with the manpower that I have. And Komodo, yeah, has catharsis from the berserk, despite the fact that I stunned him. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Well, okay. The people that are eating meals, that's fine. I don't want any mental breaks, so taking 5 is fine. And here we are, the Blackfoot, and they're coming west. I really thought they were going to come south. Usually they arrive closest map edge. But if not, that's fine. Shellbell, thanks for the gifted subs. Cheers, Shell. Glad to see you here. Taking a look at their weapons, they have only one great bow, a few recurve bows, so not range dominance. We should be okay, given our lack of cover. Let's solar pinhole for ourselves and keep hacking. Once they get here, Glitch will start to use vertigo pulse and things like that. I'm also going to spread people out so we don't get accidental friendly or hit by collateral. The other thing that I need to look at is potential recruits, because these are tribal. So let's take a minute. Oh, you are a false raptor. I cannot wait to kill you. And then Riesling, unable to care, art, or clean. Technically recruitable under our current laws, let's call it. Is tribal, has passion of combat, is cannibal. So that's a potential. But given the incapable, I don't know. Here's another one. They're sanguine, sickly, and cannibal. Also a pretty good choice. Very young, 17 and 16 alike. Vexa and Riesling. What about you? You also, cyclically deaf, neurotic, cannibal, burning passion melee, 33 years old. Pyromaniac, technically recruitable, but I don't really like pyromaniacs, especially not on the sea ice where you don't have renewable resources to be able to replace things that burn. So I would say Vex is probably top choice, or Riesling. Riesling Bacchus. Oh my god, that is a ridiculous name. Ooh. That's tough. Let's assume that I can only take one. Which recruit would you like to see me take? I'll have you all vote, and I'll have to keep this paused because they'll die otherwise. So we have Vexa, and Vexa is the Burning Passion melee, Sanguine, Cannibal, Sickly. Sickly shouldn't be too much of an issue, because I've got medicine and I can have immuno enhancers and things like that. Then we have Riesling, who's great memory, cannibal, burning passion, shooting, and crafting. So that's Riesling, Vexa. And then there was one other, this one, the psychically deaf, cannibal, neurotic, burning passion, melee, Abeda, I'll call her. So those are the trio. I'm not going to include the pyromaniac, and I'm going to have you briefly vote. Probably only 30 seconds or so. There was a fourth option, which was this one. This one would have been a good intellectual, but is a pyromaniac, so is not being considered. And I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. Now, if you're wondering why there was such a high percentage of cannibals, it's because if I review the scenario, non-player characters have a 15% chance to start with trait cannibal. There is a higher ratio of cannibals in the world than there are otherwise. But I do think that that is lore fitting, considering what the heck else is there to eat out here. It's sea ice and ice sheet. I mean, there's not a lot of food, so cannibalism is normalized. I guess we're wildlings or something, I don't know. Looks like you guys like Riesling. Riesling would be the great memory cannibal with a burning passion in shooting and crafting. And yeah, I will expend one of the shock lances for Riesling. Riesling will be our go-to. So Ash here has a shock lance. We'll hit Riesling, and then we'll kill the rest. Brain scar? None. Perfect. That's what we want. The other thing I'm going to need to do, obviously, is I don't really have a place for this new person, so got to figure that out too. I guess what I could do is something like that. And that should be fine. Ow. Moles. Jesus. A brand new Bionic leg and you almost just lost it. 27 out of 30 damage. Alright, well, Rami, you are definitely not going to survive. Rhodabello. Do I need your organs? I don't think I do. Mallet, you're a burning passion in murdering people. So, Glitch, get back to hacking. Treader, go capture. Ash. I think we're going to start to haul the bodies. Oh, and schedule. Everybody should be unrestricted. Ash was still restricted. Eli, hauling bodies. This is likely the only raid that we're going to suffer. We're probably going to be able to hack it before we get another raid. And then Mallet, you're down here. I don't really care about their clothing, so let's get you... Oh, you already have ×5? Well, let's get you ×5 to the nth. We'll get that prisoner or not. We will. I knocked them out with a shock lance, and they're being hauled away and captured now. No, they had a nice bison wool parka. I probably should have checked them for clothing, because there's always a possibility they could have something worth money, but oh well. So we've got Komodo, who needs to convert, and that should be soon. And then Riesling, who's... Where is Riesling? Oh, still being hauled. Here we go. Yep. An exotic goods trader. Interesting, I didn't call them in. Alright, moles. Instead of being patched up, I'm going to need you to build... Oh, yeah, because Riesling's free. I'm going to need you to build the cell, because otherwise Riesling is going to grab a gun and be more of a nuisance to us. So, Treader, I'm going to have to wake you up, because Riesling is walking amongst all of our weapons. And there we go. So Riesling has a very high belief in tribal libertism, and this will take a while to convert. The space drone is hacked, and we will know the location of the Fleshcaller in just a moment. It is found, and I have 3 days before the automatic defense systems awaken. One of the things I'm going to send is Mallet out to go fetch it. That is very much a Mallet task. Glitch, I know you're tired as hell, but before you go to sleep, I want you to trade with everyone. I'm going to trade with the Balkus trader first to make money, and then the Exoticus trader to spend money, I think. So here's the bulk. Oh, no, I already traded with this bulk. Because, yeah, they have nothing... They have no money, so... exotic goods. Glitch has had quite a day. He is very tired. Berserk. So, Berserk here is a Psycast 5... What was Glitch? 4? Yeah, so... I could buy Berserk, but I also have a chance to unlock it from luck. I think I'm going to buy it and not leave things to luck. I don't have a great track record of leaving things to luck. So Dig, you know how you said you were impressed that you hadn't been? Yeah, you're getting sold. I don't think I'll be able to buy the Insanity Lance as well. So dig and Robs. It's... No, hold on. Viper. Yeah, sorry, Viper. It's Viper and dig this time. The more value I can get, the better. And immediately gone into a Rhinoceros Manhunter pack? Well, alright, this isn't my problem. I'll let the bulk goods and exotic goods trader deal with this. Schedule. Everybody stays inside. This is fun. The reason why I didn't donate to the clothing is because I figured that there was a fair chance that that my guests here would get knocked unconscious, and I would just be able to get... Oh, but he walked off on his own? Man, I should have smoked him up or something. I should have prevented him from being able to get up more quickly. Man, he's tough. I should keep an eye on the other ones, because some of the other ones might collapse. No, I think they're making it out. Yeah, I am the new Randy. As soon as you express happiness that you have not been sold... Whoops, I sold you. And there we go, crisis of belief. So from 85 to 35%, which is massively significant, and this is because it was a mental break. So the mental break that Riesling just experienced was called a crisis of belief. And this is exactly why I put prisoners that need to be converted into tiny little crappy prison cells. It is because the more mistreated they are, the more likely they are to suffer from a crisis of belief and then convert to our ideology. So this is case in point as to why I do it, if you are ever wondering. Mama Raptor, sporting the Cataphract helmet that we purchased. I'm very eager by that. And then Mallet. At this point, let's get you unrestricted. The rhinos cannot hurt you. And you are going to head southwest with Tiburon. And this should be like the fastest caravan in the history of caravans. To go get our relic. Now, the other things I'm going to want to do is to send him with a shield belt. So let's type that out. Send him with a good shield belt. And then also a shock lance. I'll take the double use one. And then maybe one Lucy, just in case. Oh, that would be in items. Route travel time is a third of a day. Very, very fast. If I really wanted to make it faster, I would also get him hopped up on Go Juice. But I'm not doing that. Other things that I might be able to do is to get rid of the damned ones. And then put humans in. And then another thing, no, excuse me. Another thing that I wanted to do is to... So these things are rotted, and they're not going to go back in. But to start replacing with sarcophagi. But I think what I'll do first is to ask you what my priorities are. So let's do that. After the Fleshcaller, what are my priorities? Clear the hunting camp. Improve the tomb. Modify or add Bionics to the Wendigos. Add recruits. Trying to think what else might be important. Yeah, we'll just go with those 4 options. It's pretty straightforward. And I can draw on you all if you have any additional ideas that you think I've overlooked. Feel free to mention them just in the in chat, and I can get them added. Idiot Jack, thanks for the resub, by the way. So Mallet's on his way to go investigate the Relic complex. I guess it's not a third of the day, it's a sixth of the day. But it's still pretty fast. Still pretty fast, moving 180%, so we'll speed our way there. The other thing I could have done, which I hadn't really considered, I guess I do have cooldowns to public execution and prime slaughter, so it wouldn't have really helped me if I grabbed other. Cypher focus gain rate 86%. That's ridiculously high. Wow, that's extraordinarily high. I am okay with that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to move that needle that much more. 88%. That's really good for psi focus gain. I'm not all that concerned about improving it too much more, but I'm happy to do it if you guys think I should. The only improvements I would really be able to make is to bury more family members and put them in sarcophagi. The impressiveness of the room doesn't really matter. Most of the other factors don't really matter. And then the Side Trainer Berserk probably shouldn't be sitting on the snow ice, as that might be one of the most important ones I end up getting. There's still some corpses out there yet to be hauled. Farewell, trade caravan. And a combat supplier coming in. Man, you guys want me to clear the hunting camp, so let's add that. Get the Fleshcaller and clear camp. I'm probably going to want to clear the camp with Mallet. Doesn't really make sense to use my best shooter not to clear a hunting camp, so I'm going to wait until he's back with the Fleshcaller, and then maybe even have Glitch take the Fleshcaller out for a bit of a test run, giving him perhaps the L-Tex skull cap and Fleshcaller, so that he can wage psychological warfare on enemies, not just physical warfare. Are you asking me how I keep the population so small? I have restrictions about whom I can recruit, and it's difficult to meet those restrictions, which then artificially keeps my pop low and increases the challenge. You'll see, I'm not trying to call out the other people that stream RimWorld, but you have a lot of streamers that will play 500% threat challenges, and the meta, or the strategy to deal with that level of threat, is to basically just have swarms of people in decent armor and like heavy SMGs or assault rifles. You know, just brute force versus brute force. That is definitely the meta. Not to say that it is easy. It is very difficult to play at 500%, but you're never really going to see anyone play 500% and then also have a tiny population unless they have a ridiculous amount of automatic turrets. Okay, Komodo has converted. So, Komodo, you're going to be recruited. One of the things I want to do for Komodo here is to put Komodo in the proper prison, because now, after having been converted, yeah, that makes the most sense. Another thing I wanted to do is the lavish meals here require cook 8, so let's get Ash to make a whole lot of those, because we are out of human meat storage, and this meat is going to spoil if we don't use it. I got a quest from the Prime Wendigo of the Algonquin Wendigos. Recently rescued 3 ferals. She wants me to guard them. sends a shuttle in 13 days. They will not do any work. And then we have Sunny Join, who would not be a recruit. Man, they're particularly terrible. Wow. Reinforced Barrel or Goodwill. Okay. Oh, and then Riesling just recruited. Holy cow, that was fast. So I think what I'm going to need to do is let's move the wooden bed that we were using as a hospital bed over into where Komodo is, and then treat that as a little prison. And Mallet has arrived. So with Mallet arriving, oops. I wanted to do the lance. I'm going to have Mallet switch the equipment that he has at his disposal so that he has a bunch of tools like Inspector Gadget. I'm putting on the shield belt, which I know he's a shooter, but this is going to allow me to absorb like pikeman shots, which is pretty typical of being shot at. And he's really fast, so I should be able to just run in here, grab it, and run out, but we'll see. So, Riesling, let's get you moved over to the barracks where you'll be able to have light and sit at a table. We'll get that we'll get that going. That was really fast conversions. So, yeah, I'm going to obviously be shot by pikemen, which is why I'm wearing the shield belt. Let me leave this limestone door open, because there's a centipede up here that probably won't be able to get to me in time. And bye-bye. That is it. They did not make the relic acquisitions difficult. Hey, Tumbling. Just in time to see me steal a relic. And I am out. Easy as can be. So the next goal here is clear hunting camp. So there it is. Updated. And probably get the recruits recruited. How was your stream, Tumbling? And thank you for the raid. So the last relic that we have yet to grab is the Wendiglaive, which is the Wendigoan glaive. Would be legendary quality, amazing for a brawler. Hey! That's hilarious! So this new trade caravan, this weapons dealer, just came back, and they brought Stella, who survived the rhino attack, and is here yet again for trade. Hi, Stella. Welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and sell the weapons that I don't want or need. A 4% charge. I'm just going to sell it. I know it's only worth $1, but I'd rather not have it in my stockpiles. Making sure I'm not selling anything I want to keep. I'm even going to sell the crank gun. Charge lances too, because I don't see myself using them likely. And taking a look at what I can buy. A monosword would be nice, but it's a little bit out of my price range. And that's probably the only thing I had my eye on. So I don't know. It's still some steel or silver. We never hauled in the silver that's way up there either, which I still have yet to do. I have not installed the nose yet, but the person to install the nose is Mallet, who's out right now. But I guess Raptor's surgery success chance is probably not that terrible. Let's double check it. Eli's and Raptor's is both over 100%, so yeah, Moles, let's have you go down for your nose surgery. Chat did vote for it, so we'll get that installed and you will no longer be disfigured. And Eli, you practice your medicine. Eli's surgery success chance has gone up significantly because of the Bionic arm. previously he had some permanent injuries, which really prevented. Oh, don't use Glitter World. Really prevented him from being able to manipulate properly. So that Bionic arm, fairly instrumental. Now the next improvements that I would like to make to my guys would be to make sure that all of them are rather fast, get their movement speed up, because movement speed is so essential, especially to my tactics. And there we go, artificial nose. 100% efficiency, and she's no longer disfigured. All the hops that I've got here need to switch over. How is my... Oh, my tea is fine. So let's switch back to, like, rice. Oh, I have so much rice, though. I'll do Tinctoria, because it's a really brief... Oh, you know what I'm going to want to do, actually, is let's kill all this off the lazy way by turning off the benches, because otherwise we'll get the overlapping crop bug that annoys the heck out of me. So I'm just going to let the benches murder the crops, so I don't have to cut them myself. Like an emo lawn. You know, just let the lawn cut itself. And Ash, unfortunately, got carcinoma due to a birthday. Happy birthday, birthday girl. You now have carcinoma of the left arm. Well, guess what? I am going to chop off your arm and replace it with machinery. Cheers. So we'll have Curator craft up a Bionic arm. Once Malik gets home and Ash recovers from the Bionic arm surgery, I'll be heading out to, and I'll have you all decide. So we have the hunting site or the bandit camp. I might have enough time for the bandit camp, and if I do, I'd go there if you voted on it. So where should we go? Bandit camp, hunting site. The hunting site is probably better for food. The bandit camp might be better for loot. The bandit camp quest rewards are also a crafting skill trainer, which I don't really need because Shredder's basically at 20, and Hyperweave, which isn't a lot of Hyperweave, so it's not that useful. And Jujoen, thank you for the follow. Is the feast on cooldown? Yeah, it's on cooldown for 12 more days. And 4 days for the leader speech, 4 days for the execution and the slaughter. So none of those tools for mood can be, those levers can't be pulled. Not at the moment. One thing I did not do, I failed to do, was break down the sandstone slab bed and see if that yields me enough sandstone for the Wendigo monument. And Mallet's home. Let's have Mallet switch back to the jump pack. And here is the legendary Fleshcaller. I also have another question for you all. Whether or not you think I should put the Fleshcaller in a steel reliquary, or a reliquary, it doesn't really matter the material, or alternatively have Glitch wield it and Glitch become a, you know, a Psycaster, a primary Psycaster. Oh, Stella's down. Ooh, can you even be rescued? No, she's dead. And I'm about to be blamed for her death. Bummer. Oh no, I'm not blamed. Well, either way, it's not my fault. Moles needs a bed. Sorry, Moles. And you all want me to go to the bandit camp. So first thing tomorrow morning, I will be bandit camp bound. I don't... you know what, Shredder? I'm going to wake you up and have Shredder do a little bit more. There, Bionic arm's done. Ash is going to stick around at home, recovering from this arm surgery, I think. And Mallet's going to have to do the surgery. Cancer? What cancer? Oops. Well, problem solved. Instead of actually curing the cancer, we tore off the arm and replaced it the Wendigo way. Thank you for tuning in to Wendigos, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 25th. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams, as well as a link to Discord, where you can join and sign up for announcements or chat with me in real time. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, everybody.